Hello everyone, I hope you are doing very well. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can manage your codes using Code Manager in ATLAS.ti. So let me open the project. As you can see, we have 10 documents, 16 codes, and 6 document groups in this project. Before I start code management, I would like to let you know that we have two parts for this video, Part A and Part B. In Part A, we will focus on commenting, renaming, deleting, grouping, and coloring the codes. And in Part B, we will focus on merging, splitting, duplicating, and linking codes. So to open Code Manager, just go to the Managers section and click on Codes. Alright, as you can see, Code Manager has 3 panels. This is a panel where code groups are listed. This is a panel for the codes, and this is a panel for comments. Alright, now let's focus on codes panel. Here you can see a list of the codes in this project, and in front of each code there are 2 values. The first value is the groundedness value, and the second value is the density value. Groundedness means the number of the quotations connected to each code. So here the value of 7 indicates that there are 7 quotations in this project coded with the code change. And if I want to see those quotations, I can simply double click on this code, and then the list of the quotations are displayed in a new window. And if I click on any of these quotations, ATLAS.ti will show me the quotation within its own document. Alright, let me close all of this. Alright, so let's start with adding a comment to a code. In order to add a comment to a code, you can simply right click on a code and then select Edit Comment. So let me add a comment. This is a comment for this code. I click on Save, and then I close this window. Now you can see that there is a yellow flag here for the code change, which indicates that there is a comment for this code, and you can see the comment in the comment panel. The second point is renaming a code. In order to rename a code, you can simply right click on the code and then select rename. So let's rename this code. Right click, rename. And I would like to rename this code from company to organization. When I click on rename, you can see that the code has been renamed. The third point is deleting a code from the project. So to delete a code from your project, you can simply right click on the code and then select delete. Previously we had 16 codes in this project, and now we have 15. Okay, now let's create code groups. In order to create code groups, you can simply select your codes here. For example, this code, this code, this code, and this code. And then drag and drop them in this panel, and then provide a new name. For example, code group A. Let me create 2 more code groups. From here, I select from here to here, and then drag and drop them to that panel. Code group B, and then these codes, code group C. So I have created 3 code groups. If I click on any of these code groups, I can see the members here. And if I click here, I can see the entire list of the codes in this project. Also, in this column, the groups column, I can see the name of the code groups. One important issue that I would like to remind you again here is that Basically, in these videos, we just focus on the technical aspect of doing the job. So when I created these code groups, I just assumed that these codes are somehow related to each other and it will be meaningful if I group them. So in other words, if there is no logic behind creating code groups, the entire process of grouping the codes will be meaningless. Alright, now that we have created these three groups, let me show you how we can add or remove members from these groups. In order to do so, I click on Open Group Manager. Alright, here I have a list of the code groups on the top, and if I click on any of the code groups, I can see the members here. So let me remove the code administration from code group A and add this code to group C. In order to do so, I can simply click on code group A, select this code, and then click on this remove button. And now you can see that code group A has only three members: change, clinic, and health. So if I want to add administration to code group C, I can simply select code group C and then click on administration, and this time I click on this button. And now code group C has 6 members. So you can see that administration is now a member of code group C. Alright. Also note that a code could be a member of multiple groups, so you can do that if you would like to. The last point is that you can simply color your codes. So in order to color the code, you can simply click on the code and then go to change color and select any of these colors. But I think it will be a better idea if you color your codes based on their groups. So I select on this group, this code group, then I select these codes that are member of this group, and then I change the color. I select all of these codes, this time blue, all right, and the last group maybe green. All right, so as you can see, based on code group, I have also colored the codes. You may think that basically coloring codes may not be a very important feature of the software, but I would say actually it's quite important, especially when it comes to creating networks and visualizing your research findings. These colors will help the audience of your research to understand the message that you're trying to communicate with them. So this concludes this part A demonstration, and in part B we will focus on merging, splitting, duplicating, and linking codes. Thank you very much.